Hey y'all, what is up YouTube? Sparky Mark here, and I'm back to do how do you call it, my opinion, it's not going to be a movie review. If I was, I'd be talking about the special features. If anyone wants to know, follow my buddy Pizzow. Link will be in the description box down below about Black Christmas, the OG Black Christmas, and my opinion on the franchise. Now, I heard about Black Christmas through some friends of mine, and I did hear the name of it once. I thought it was something off, something wonky or off about it, but when I started noticing the film a couple of years ago, I bought my copy of the Blu-ray from Screen Factory, and I was amazed. Really. And of course, it was done by the great Bob Clark, who did other projects prior to this. Will later do another Christmas film, which is friendly, not horror, called A Christmas Story. Then would later be doing the Porky's films, only the first two, and will later be involved in other projects, including Baby Genius and its sequel, which would be the last of his directing career. So yeah, based on other events about the babysitter and the man upstairs, kind of inspired by that, which take place in Quebec, Montreal, Canada, and this was a low-budget film under the budget of $620,000, and it was distributed by Warner Brothers. It's considered to be one of the greatest horror films of all time, taking place in Christmas, and the villain of the character named Billy Lenz, which you do hear him through what he's made out of, is the character, but you don't know who he is. He's a mystery character. He's always a shadow, that's one, POV shots, and of course the famous eye hole. That's it. You only get a glimpse of the villain. That's all you get. And here you have Billy, done by Nick Mancuso, if I said his Manuso, if I said his name. He played Billy / voice call. Bob Clark as Billy Shadow / voice call, and Albert J. Dunk did the Billy POV. So Billy is only a mystery character, and he's a voice, and he's the shadow, and you have the POV. That's it. You only get a glimpse of the villain through shadows, and you get POV shots, and you hear the voice. So yeah, that's all you're gonna get from this. And what else? So yeah, this film was great, and too bad they couldn't release this in November, but it was released on October 11, 1974, and it made $4.1 million. Big hit at that time. Too bad to avoid competition with two disaster movies coming out that particular time of the holidays, like Earthquake and The Towering Inferno. Well, okay. Thank goodness it was released in October, though, and it did well. So yeah, it was done very well, and the inspiration was inspired by a real-life madman who stalked college students. If I'm not mistakenly correct, hold on a second. Who was the real-life mystery villain in the movie? I mean, based on, well, I'll leave you the link to Good Bad Flix's review on the 2006 remake, which, of course, it was indeed inspired by the man upstairs, the villain, who targeted college students at the time. So yeah, there are no backstories of the villain, which is why it's remained a mystery. And it was under two titles. Two originally called Silent Night. The other one is Evil Night, but they call it Black Christmas. And of course, it was under a screenplay done by A. Roy Moore called Stop Me. That was it. But since then, the film has gotten a cult status, and it has gotten a lot of vibes over the years. And the film would have gotten a sequel, but then, of course, who bought the rights? Miramax bought the rights. And with that, let's take a look at the crappy remake, which came out in Christmas 2006. The only movie I liked in December was Unaccompanied Minors. Unfortunately, that film did not do well, but it has gotten cult status. That's a Christmas movie recommendation. This was like too over the top. It's under another name, Black Xmas, and it was written and directed by Glenn Morgan, and also James Wong produced the film along with other producers. Bob Clark was the consultant on the remake. And oh man, oh man, oh man. Hmm. So yeah, it has some all-star cast, and these ladies were named after famous singers. Katie Castley played Kelly Presley, named after the singer named Elvis Presley. Michelle Trachtenberg, which you know her from Harry the Spy and other projects, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she plays Melissa Kidd, named after the singer Eartha Kitt. Mary Elizabeth Winstead played Heather Fitzgerald, named after Ella Fitzgerald. Lacey Shepard, you may know her from Party of Five, voiced Eliza Thornberry on The Wild Thornberries. She played Dana Mathis. She's named after Johnny Mathis. And Kristen Cloak played Lee Colvin, named after two artists named Brenda Lee, the singer, and another artist. I forgot what was that one. Andrea Martin played Barbara McKay, and if I'm not mistaken, Andrea Martin was in the original Black Christmas, and she worked with Bob Clark, and I don't know if she did, but she of course was in Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. I could have sworn it was a sequel, A Baby Genius, but all in all, she was one of the original young girls in the film. And you have the villains. You got the character of the sister Agnes. You get a backstory of the villain Billy Lenz, and all in all, he had a crappy childhood, abused by his mom, this and that. I'm just, like I said, I'll leave you the link in the description box down below to Good Bad Flicks. I don't want to get into it. So yeah, and the way to identify the villain's skin is because he has yellow skin, done by something called some kind of liver disease called Judas, which causes your skin Jaundic, Judice, if I said the name right, which of course has some sort of rare liver disease that causes your skin to turn yellow. So yeah, and of course the original Black Christmas was inspired by this madman named Edward Emil Camp III, who was a notorious serial killer, necrophilia psycho who stalked college students. So this was the inspiration of Black Christmas, and this guy was a big dude, 6'9", but he was convicted. Right now, he just turned 73 5 days ago. So yeah, he was first arrested on the summer of 1964, apprehended, second time arrest, April 24, 1973, and he's in prison at the California Medical Facility, sort of a mental insane asylum. And well. And he was the middle child. He was the only son to a family, who are now rest in peace. His father died. His father had died. His mother died at the time when he was arrested, and then I don't know what month was it, but the father passed on in 1985, some years after he got arrested. Sorry about that, folks. Just had to turn off the Christmas lights from the outside, but it's all good. So yeah, so this dude got in prison, and he's been in prison ever since. And he's still serving life. Oh, this was him back in November 9, 1973. And this is him in 2011. Boy, he's grown. So yeah, he was the inspirational for other projects, including Silence of the Lambs, and Of course, we know Black Christmas, so enough with that. Oh. So yeah, they had to hire the right actresses, and of course Harvey Weinstein. There was studio interference with this movie. They wanted to make it as closely to the original story, give the villain Billy Lenz a backstory. They wanted to do this, they wanted to do that. Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't a fan of horror movies, so she demanded her character be killed off, and had to pay some homages and this and that, and adding additional scenes with gore in it. Oh my god, dude, and of course it was upcoming to the 10th anniversary of the release of Scream, which Dimension Films released it. It was involved with Dimension Films and MGM distributed, and they wanted to make it like an anniversary, what they did like they did with Scream, but it was released on December 18th of 1996. So yeah, one of my buddies was around 13 at the time. One of my pals was 11, and some. This was around the time when I was attending high school back then. I was in Catholic school at the time. So yeah, and and also there were three different endings to this movie. Really, three different endings. One, the villain dies in the operating table. The other one was where the final girl's mom and dad come and bring her and take her home, so she's back home safe and sound. And you do see you see him in the ceiling in the hospital. That the villain is indicating that the villain is still alive and well, ready to finish the job. And end of that. And then you have the final scene where the two villains, the brother and the sister, Agnes and Billy, survived, but in the end they meet their demise. So yeah, that's all there is to it. I'm not gonna go into details. And the unidentified female was played by a American actress named Jillian Murphy. Huh. Wow, she's in the film. And some of the trailers that were in the movie, that were in the trailers, like scenes that were in the film were not in the final product of the movie, like in the finished film. When you see the trailer, there are some scenes. But when you see the whole trailer, there's not much when you see the final film, the finished film. There's nothing left in it. And it created some controversy at the time when this came out. You should pause this very carefully, give it a quick reading. And what else? It's got, like I said, love or hate. That's how I'm going to tell you that, folks. And this movie has not yet a Blu-ray release in the United States. However, in 2008, a short print Region A release in Canada contained 90 minutes of R-rated footage. In the North American theatrical cut, in Germany and UK, received a region-free release that contained the North America and the unrated cuts of the film, which you're going to see a lot of gore in the UK version, the United Kingdom version. US, you get the theatrical cut. All in all, the sales in physical media did about $29,436,341. Wow. And some people are giving this film a second chance. To me, dudes and dudettes, it is bullshit. Seriously, dudes. What the hell, dude? Did you just... yeah. And again, it wasn't worth it. Even seeing the brother and sister villains were alright. But again, should have been a sequel. So after the success of Black Xmas, Bob Clark announced he was going to do a sequel to the original Black Christmas. Unfortunately, very, very sad, we lost Bob Clark in April 4, 2007. He was only 67. He would have been 68 that year. He was killed in a car accident along with his younger son, who was 22 at the time, by a drunk driver. So yeah, he pleaded guilty. So yeah, Velez Navava. That was his name. The drunk driver. So yeah, and plus this was Shirley Walker, the composer of the film. This was her last music she had done. So yeah, this was so Black Xmas was her last film she scored for any movie company. Born in April 10, 1945, died November 30th, 2006, 1 month before the release of Black Xmas. So yeah, she also worked with James Wong in the Final Destination projects. So yeah, after her passing, Vince Laurie did the additionals. Oof. And some of these have gone out of print. Oh, wait a minute. Some of the other thing that out of print was still around, but I don't even know this is out of print from Escape from LA. I didn't know she did scores for this. Huh. Nah, John Carpenter and Ellen Howard did the score. That's it. So yeah, this movie, what a waste of your time and money. Don't ever buy this movie. Studio interferences, blah blah, whatever. Again, I'll leave you the link in the description box down below for that one. Okie dokie. Next up is going to be the release of Black Christmas. Say what? Huh? What? Huh? Yeah, Black Christmas 2019. Oh my god, what in the heck? Okay, so shortly after the 2006 remake, a direct sequel to the 1974 film was in development, which would focus solely on Olivia Hussey's character Jessie. However, the film was scrapped following the death of Bob Clark, who was killed by a drunk driver on April 4, 2007. Rest in peace, Bob Clark. Rest in peace. So, let's get to Black Christmas 2019. Holy sea cows. See what? Huh? Oh, jeez. Yet another remake. But around the time of 2019, what is it? With the worldly success of the MCU film of Avengers 4, Endgame, and what else was there? Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. Those big hits, other projects as well. Very well perspective and well respected. And including around the same time in December, we got the final installment of the Star Wars series. Wow. So yeah. So afterwards, we got this during December 13 of 2019, released on Friday the 13th of 2019 in December, yo. This is what we get? This? I mean, no lie, no kidding. Yo, say what? Huh? Dudes, what were they even thinking? And also, I'm gonna say this is a name make, a cash grab of a classic. That's all there is. It's a cash grab. It's a name make. That's all you're gonna get. Very disappointing, and what a shame it was. Seriously, kitty cats and dogs of the world. Really, you're giving this a name, and it says based on the characters by A. Roy Moore. If A. Roy Moore is still alive, or he's rest in peace, if he's rest in peace some years ago, I'm glad he's not alive to see this piece of crap. And plus, the remake was R-rated, and this one is PG-13. Seriously, man. I mean, really, who came up with this? I'm serious, yo. Could have given it different names, like Towards the Fight on Christmas. That would have been a good name. or another dude or dudette says the Survivor Squad or the Survivors of Rape Squad would have been a different name, or perhaps, or give it any other dopey names or any other cool names for this movie, but not Black Christmas. And of course, in the opening of the film, you do see a quote by a founder of a university by the name of Calvin Hawthorne, which includes in the film that it turns out the founder of the university named Calvin Hawthorne was a racist. He was a white supremacist leader or a member of a white supremacist, and it turns out he did slaveries and let's be clear, I'm not a big fan of that, nor Ku Klux Klan stuff. It was total bull. So yeah, it turns out, and of course, the founder of the bus, which gave some students very, very creepy vibes, and wanted that bus removed from the hallway so it wouldn't petrify or scare any students. And then also in this scenario, one of the characters, Riley, played by Imogen Poots, turns out that she was a victim of a rape of a guy who was locked up. But then he gets out of prison and comes to meet with the new pledges. And suddenly things go crazy. One of the members goes missing, but gets a call from a family member saying that a family member did not, one of the friends did not go home for the holidays, and she hasn't even gone home yet. That's very weird and very odd. And next thing you know, they're being stalked by these mystery individuals in black slickerish, in a mask, whatever they're wearing. And then suddenly, of course, there's the song. If anybody remembers the song "Up on the Housetop," which is, of course, indeed a public domain music for the holidays. This one in the movie is called "Up in the Frat House," which I'm not putting the album "A Black Christmas" in it. I'd rather put in a different album. So yeah, and then suddenly there was this, and having ensues, and this security guard is only one member who either says it's the holidays, your friend just probably went home. And then suddenly, when they eliminate one of the members, it is revealed that one of them recognizes one of them, and then suddenly the starts have I mean they eliminate one of them, and then one of them has this black goop that came from the founder's bus, and it was on them, and they were pretty strong, basically nothing human about it, and it wasn't human, and that person that was trying to kill them wasn't human. And of course it was a bit crazy, and all in all, this wasn't. And also, what else is there? There's, I mean, it is written by two females named Sophia Takel and April Wolf. Sophia Takel is also the director of the film. Carrie Elways plays this Professor Gelson. And all in all, this is crazy. And then and then also in the final act, revealing that one of the members is a traitor. No, seriously, one of the members is a traitor. And of course, she gets her comeuppance. It's for the cause. What damn cause is he talking about? Trying to prove that males are stronger than the females? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, yeah. And of course, it's left in a cliffhanger for a sequel where you see the cat licking the black goop and maybe possessed, which is, of course, that film may never get a sequel. Or how about do an aftermath of saying what happened? Especially what happened at those frat boys. Well, with the evidence, I have to examine what is that black goop. And of course, this revolved around sorcery and black magic. If anybody knows about black magic, it's evil magic. not the good magic. There's differences. So yeah, this movie ridiculous. Blumhouse Productions was involved, Jason Blum as well, and distributed by Universal Pictures. Wow, wow. And plus the production company, Blumhouse Productions, Divide slash Conquer, and the budget dudes and dudettes. Oh, can this get any worse? $5 million damn dollars? You kidding me? Oh, jeez. And it only made $18.5 million on at the time of Friday the 13th was I mean the at the time of Friday the 13th. So yeah, for the 2006 crap, we got this budget. I mean, look at the budget, guys. $9 million, and it only made about $21.5 million. Not as successful. Well, those may have gone high, but back in 1974, 4.1 was a lot of money to make it. Those were big budgeted films. This is just a PG-13 horror film. You're not going to see gore. It's completely different. And don't give it the name Black Christmas. And some people were saying in the comments, where's Billy? Where's Agnes? Where's the phone call stuff? If this was a continuation, I would watch it. If these ladies were related to um, the original characters from Black Christmas, if they're descendants, they're relatives, how about the granddaughter of the survivor, whose mother was a baby at the time? Really, it would have been a hell of an idea. But this revolved around some other things. I'll leave you a link in the description box to some of my pals, Cody Leach, and another of Gremlin Productions, another YouTuber I should tell you should check out. But links will be in the description box. I mean, seriously, this has had nothing to do with the original movie, really. And around the story of this story, I mean, around the time of the story right here, these female characters started getting DM messages, domestic messages, if that's how it is for DM. Um, they started getting DMs from a Calvin Hawthorne account. Seriously, a Calvin Hawthorne account? And then suddenly they start putting the pieces. That one friend went missing, another friend went missing. All of it leads back to these frat boys known as the DKO. That's them. And the trailer got a little controversy because the trailer was 3 minutes long. It nearly showed the entire film. So, my pal Pizzel, Pizowell, I'll leave you a link in the description box down below for the reaction of the trailer and his review on the movie. All in all, I can tell you is that when you saw my latest video at FYE, my out and about vid, that I said that this movie is not worth collecting, nor worth putting in your collection. If you want to get it, it's your choice. But I'm telling you, you can't read the plot in here, but you can watch it online. That's all there is to know. So yeah, folks, that is all there is to know about Black Christmas 2019. I give it a D minus or an F minus for failure. If this was given a different name, I would pull the trigger. But it's still Black Christmas, and it's a slasher. Really? You call this a slasher? You don't see nothing in this movie. So afterwards, I wasn't aware in 2020. Some indie director. Here it is. Of this fan film that he did called "It's Me, Billy." What was it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is it. This is it. So yeah. So in Indiegogo, they did this crowdfunding for the Black Christmas fan film unofficial sequel called "It's Me, Billy." So the story of this takes place nearly 50 years of the original film, following the granddaughter of Jesse Bedford. So yeah, Dave McCrae, if I said his name right, directed this film, and I want to get my hands on a copy. If he ever has a copy, I want to get it because I saw the film released on May 28th, 2021, and I gotta say, it is amazing. It's terrific. I'm telling you guys, you should check that movie out. This fan film of It's Me, Billy, it's amazing. So yeah, I can't wait for the next one. If they'll do it, please do it. Because it's bad enough that Bob Clark did not bother to. He should have just done the sequel right away, man. Shoot. So yeah, that's all there is to know about the Black Christmas in its franchise. So to those who only got lucky, get your hands on the Screen Factory edition. Really. This one has the 2K scan of the film from the original negatives, audio commentary with the director Bob Clark, audio commentary by Kira Dulia and John Saxon, audio commentary by actor Nick Mancio, if I said his name right, as Billy. Interviews. A new interview with Art Hindle, the 12 Day of Black Christmas documentary, Black Christmas Revisited, Black Christmas Legacy, On Screen, Black Christmas, archival interviews with actresses Olivia Hussey, Margaret Kidder, actors Art Hindle and John Saxon, and producer and director Bob Clark. Theatrical trailers, TV and radio spots. And then you have the alternates, title sequence, and more. So yeah, folks, if you want to get your hands on this movie, get this one. And this is the reversed artwork when the movie came out many, many years ago. How do you like it, folks? This is the OG art that you saw in there. So yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. And you got your 2 discs. And here is the famous scene that I told you about, the eye hole. That you do see the villain's eye in the movie. And here's the disc 2 with the features, where you have the character of Jesse getting those harassing phone calls. And you've heard of this story. It's about the babysitter and the mystery mail upstairs. Is what they call an urban legend. Passed on many generations. If anybody had seen the 1998 film Urban Legend, she's getting those harassing phone calls, and once she traces them back, they're coming from inside the house. So yeah. And this happened in the 1960s. I don't even know if it was true. Actually, going back to the 1950s of a teenage babysitter, Jeanette Chrisman, if I said the name right, is commonly cited as a source of the legend. Well, if you got to my drift, y'all, you should take a read on this. But I'm not going to go into that. So yeah, folks, word of advice, stick with this one and It's Me, Billy. Those are faithful connection to this. Well, this movie and It's Me, Billy. So yeah, if anybody's going to be doing a follow-up, please treat her with respect. No more remakes, please. That's all I have to tell you. So anyways, sorry about that. So anyways, this is Sparky Marky Mark signing off, y'all. Take care. God bless you. Feliz Navidad.